On this week's episode of the Hanford Insider, Rob will have an update on the busy community calendar, and I'll be back with your sports report. This is the Hanford Insider for Monday, November 18th.
This is the Hanford Insider, the podcast where we dive into what makes our community tick. From local stories and hidden gems to conversations with the people shaping our neighborhoods, we're here to celebrate, explore, and connect. Whether you're new to Hanford or a longtime local, this is your source for everything happening in our town, from events and news to unique conversations with people who make Hanford what it is. Thanks for tuning in, and let's jump right into this week's community news. The Hanford City Council will be meeting on Tuesday, November 19th. In the afternoon study session beginning at 5, they'll receive a report on an accountability ordinance to report Measure H funds to the state of California. They'll also be discussing the celebration plans for the 100th anniversary of the opening of the Hanford Civic Auditorium. During the regular meeting at 7, there will be several recognitions, including members of the Police Activities League boxing team, Victor Chavarine Jr. for his leadership of the Yes on Measure H campaign, and finally a recognition of Main Street Hanford for their support of Small Business Saturday. The one general business item on the agenda is the approval of the city's new policy for groups wishing to close down streets temporarily. There's a lot of confusion about the requirements for events such as parades, car shows, 5K runs, and street fairs, and this policy will hopefully give organizations the direction they need for a successful event. Kings County Child Support Services is holding their annual Slipper Sock Drive for the senior citizens of Kings County. Any slipper sock that has a skid-proof bottom and is one size all can be donated through December 10th. There are several drop-off locations in town, including one of our great supporters of the Hanford Insider, Cornerstone Cafe in the Fast Plaza. How about a big congratulations to our school marching bands as they wind down their competition season? In Visalia on Saturday at the California State Band Championships Regional, the Hanford High Band placed 4th in Division 2A, and the Sierra Pacific Band placed 5th in Division 4A. In Kingsburg at the Western Band Association Regionals, the Hanford West Band placed 3rd in Division 4A and will be advancing to the state championships this weekend at Buchanan High School. Here are some things coming up on our community calendar. Hanford Winter Wonderland opens this Saturday, November 23rd. The Christmas tree lighting ceremony will take place at 6 p.m. Tickets to the ice skating are also on sale now at hanfordwinterwonderland.com. On Sunday, November 24th, the Cinderella Project will be distributing winter formal dresses to students in need of a gown for the upcoming high school winter formals. New and gently used formal dresses will be distributed on a first-come, first-served basis from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Hanford High District Office on Lacey Boulevard across from Carl's Jr. The Hanford Fox Theater has announced their lineup of holiday shows. They'll be showing Home Alone on Saturday, November 30th, It's a Wonderful Life on December 1st, A Winter Garden on December 5th, and Harry Potter on December 7th. Check foxhanford.com for a full listing of events at this historic venue. The Hanford Branch Library is holding their 5th annual Winter Open House on Wednesday, December 4th from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. There'll be raffles and a visit from Santa. The Hanford Breakfast Lions Club is presenting Breakfast with Santa at the Hanford Civic Auditorium on Saturday, December 7th from 7:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. The Carnegie Museum of Kings County is presenting an Asian Martial Arts Day on Saturday, December 7th. There'll be demonstrations in Kendo, Tai Chi, Kung Fu, Karate, Eskrima, Aikido, and Jiu-Jitsu. For tickets and more information, visit carnegiemuseumofkingscounty.org. The King's Symphony Orchestra will be presenting their annual Christmas at the Fox on Sunday, December 15th at 4 p.m. This year, the choirs from local high schools will be joining in this festive event. If you have an event coming up and you'd like some help getting the word out, let's work together. Send your information to hanfordinsider@gmail.com. Be sure to subscribe to my weekly newsletter to get a complete calendar of events. I know many of you probably came here to hear the interview with the Hanford Chamber of Commerce about next Friday's Christmas parade. The truth is, after multiple attempts to meet with the organizers, We simply weren't able to meet to conduct the interview. You see, the Hanford Christmas Parade is run by the Chamber of Commerce, not the City of Hanford. The Chamber has had its struggles lately and is in the process of reorganizing. I want to wish them well at organizing this event that is so important to the community. If you're on Facebook, you can follow their page at facebook.com/Hanford Parade. If you're not on Facebook, you can see if they post anything on their website at hanfordchamber.com or in the Hanford Sentinel. I'd like to apologize to my listeners for not coming through for you on this one. I even delayed the release of this week's show, hoping that I would get a response from them. I know many of you look forward to this annual event, and like I said, I wish them the best of luck. Next week, we will hear from our friend Brad Albert from the City of Hanford about all of the exciting things happening at Hanford Winter Wonderland and the brand new Santa experience. Let's go to Eric now for the sports report.
And now it's time for Hanford Insider Sports with Eric Bentley.
It's crossover season where fall sports are wrapping up and winter sports are preparing for the start of their seasons, so let's wrap up some of those fall sports. Sierra Pacific's water polo was able to defeat Nipomo and Frontier in the section playoffs before suffering a loss in the semifinals to Cabrillo. The Golden Bears finished their season with a solid 20-12 overall record. On to football news, where after suffering a tough playoff loss, the postseason accolades rolled in as expected for Hanford High after their impressive 10-1 season. Daniel Gomez earned WIL Offensive Player of the Year for the second straight year after the senior threw for 2,700 yards and accounted for 33 total touchdowns. And while Gomez and the Bullpups offense were busy putting up points, the defense was stifling opposing offenses, and with a stellar year, defensive lineman Emmanuel Jackson IV was named WIL Lineman of the Year. And naturally, after such a successful season, the Bullpups coaching staff was named WIL Staff of the Year. Another congratulations to the Bullpups for a successful season. And on the other side of the football spectrum, Hanford West is looking for their 8th coach in 8 seasons after it was announced that Nico Herron won't return after the Huskies' winless 2024 season. Coach Richard Hayes will be the interim as the struggling football program tries to turn things around. We'd like to cover as many local sports as we can, so if you have a score report or a story idea, make sure to email hanfordinsider@gmail.com. I'm Eric Bentley, and this has been your Hanford Insider Sports Report.
That's all the time we have for this week's show. If you enjoy this podcast and you'd like to show your support, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/Hanford Insider to make a donation. I'd like to thank this week's supporters, Lee and Catherine Yarborough. Thank you for your support. If you'd like to join the Hanford Insider email list, stop by my website at hanfordinsider.com to sign up for updates. You'll also get an exclusive copy of my newsletter in your inbox each week. I also need your help getting the word out about the show by liking and sharing on social media or telling a friend. For more information about the show, you can find this podcast on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, X, and YouTube at Hanford. I'm also on TikTok now at Hanford Insider 1. If you have a show idea, be sure to email me at hanfordinsider@gmail.com and I'll look into it. Thanks for listening. Have a great week.